Hello everybody, it's Candia here with Simply Candia and the Age Journal. I'm back to share with you a lap book I made inspired by Nik The Booksmith. Her lap book series was so much fun to watch. I just wanted to make one myself and it was so much fun to make. So I made one for myself and I've made another one since for a friend who liked this one, and I'm currently in the process of making one to put in my Etsy shop because I just really enjoyed making this. So I chose this beautiful book with this embossing on the front of it, and it covered where the spines meet with this beautiful fabric and this lace trim. I did two attachments for I did traveler's notebooks inside of this, and this was a dictionary of music, so I kind of included that in here when I did this. It's vintage birds and flowers and music themed. So as you can see, I have here one of the traveler's notebooks. I also did a pocket on the inside of each of the covers with the vintage flowers and some little tags my friend Betty made me, and they have vintage music sheet paper on the back of them. And I love how Nik The Booksmith always is doing numbers, so I did lots of numbers in this journal as well. So let's go to this side first. So I followed how she did it quite a lot, but I did make a few changes myself to how I did it. I put two inserts in the middle because I did a wider spine than she did, so I have two traveler's notebook inserts here in the middle. I started with the flip out like she has with the pockets, and I put a little tag right here in this little pocket. In this pocket I have an old time card for journaling on. In this pocket I have a vintage job work order receipt for journaling on. And then on the flip side, I put an inventory tag in this pocket, in this back pocket. And in the front pocket, I put a weekly time record from Denise's shop on Etsy. I'll have to link it below because I don't remember the name of it at the moment. And then in these vintage multi-purpose calendar function cards, I put these little mini file folders, and I put a tag in each of them. And these are verbena and elderflower tags, and they tell about that flower inside of them. So I thought that was cute and appropriate. And you can see the background is the music pages from that music dictionary, and I thought it was just really cute to have some of the music notes from that dictionary showing through. And just a little journaling card in this pocket. And then in this one I did a vellum pocket with two little journaling cards in them, and a little butterfly sticking off the edge there. Put lots of words around, got memories here inspired there. This side, I didn't want to cover up all of this old ledger paper that I put in here, put notes up there, so I used one of the vintage tags from my friend Betty and stuck a tag and a journaling card in it. This has a date loaned in it for journaling on. Stuck some more vintage images of the flowers out of this wonderful Reader's Digest book I have. It's the Reader's Digest Complete Book of the Garden, and it is just has wonderful illustrations in it. And I got this at a thrift store, and I love it. And then some vintage stamps. And then this was the other book that I used here, and it had flowers in it, so I picked this paper for here. My happy place happens to be outdoors and nature, so I put that there. Have a beautiful floral embossed paper here. Have an Edith Holden book page that I turned into envelope here with While You Were Out little card in it. And then I stuck this couple layers of envelopes and stuck lots of tags in it. And this pretty recipe card that has lots of flowers on it that can be journaled on. And some tags in here. This tag, I made a little pocket on the front of it to pop a little journaling card in. And this is from a different set of botanical books that garden books I have, that has the letter for each, the beginning of the alphabet for each section, and I put B in here because my last name starts with a B. And then just a little bit of collaging right here. And then we have the two notebooks. And then we move on over here to this section, and this is that big fold out. And on this side of it, I have a vellum pocket with some acetate, or some vellum and, or not vellum, but some rice paper with the vellum underneath it, and a little tag that I made with one of the vintage flowers. A tag I made in here that I thought went well with this journal, or lap book I should say. And a few things inside that pocket. I did reinforce this with washi tape. And then on top of this flip up envelope, I put this little envelope and turned it into a tuck spot behind. And then it flips up and has a file folder in it. And then this was a little bit long, this little coin envelope, so I folded it up on this side and made a little pocket. And then it flips over on this side and has some more tags in it. And this, my dear friend Kathy from Kathy Cuts Paper here on YouTube made me, so I included that with this this flowering apple and tag from that book. And then I really liked how Wendy on Wendy's Journals here on YouTube did with these, and I had some of these, and I've played around with them before and done where I did ribbon around them, but I liked how she did it a little easier with just doing the sewing around it. So I thought that was a lot of fun, so I gave it a try and included it into my lap book here. And that flips down as well, so you can see the back of there. You could add a picture there. And then I was getting a little full, so I only did 2 accordion file folder. I did 2 pocket accordion file folder, but as you can see, I decorated it up real cute. And I have another little booklet that was given to me in a swap in here. that I thought would be useful for this. And this viola book that I have is all violas. I have some of the specimens of that in here so I can use it in different spots. And then some vintage postcards as well that I can journal on. And that is what I did with my lap book. I had so much fun making it. Oh, and I forgot to show you this side of the goodness. So on this side, I put a little piece of paper here and created a little notebook with a little flap that slips right in to this piece of paper so I can exchange it out whenever I get full with this. This is 2 pockets. Got a big pocket here and a small see-through pocket there. Added this large envelope here with some more journaling and vintage flowers. And I wanted to put when I made this, so I stamped that in there. And then I did the fun pocket with the envelopes behind it like Nick showed us, and added some pretty bird and flower cards to it. Some are from vintage books that I have, like this crane is from a vintage book. And this journaling card too. So these 3 are from 7 Gypsies. So I love the way it turned out, and all the vintage stuff I used in it, and all the fun I had with it. And it works best if I tuck this in there and leave this one tucked out there and close it up this way. And I can't wait to dig in and really use it and have fun with it. So that's what I did, and I hope you guys enjoyed and share my share, and I'll talk with you next time. Bye.